Welcome to some Sidisi, Wicked Witch of the West Coast. We're going to hit the east side of that LBC on that mission, trying to find Mr. Warren G today. So, mount up, regulators. As far as opening hand goes, yeah, I like this. We have Vengeful Pharaoh, Lord of the Undead. We're going to keep on this one. We at least have 4 mana to get on Sidisi, which is always nice. And they're playing against Thrasios and Tymna, so should make for a pretty grindy match. Hopefully we'll lose. I mean, hopefully we'll win. I'm saying hopefully we don't lose. But Thrasios, yeah, they tend to be pretty grindy. So really, let's go and get the fetid pools down. If we can get some zombies, really quick zombies going, that'll kind of help us make a difference on this one. So we are playing Sidisi, Brute Tyrant. Whenever Sidisi enters the battlefield or attacks, put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. Then whatever one or more creature cards are put in your graveyard from your library, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. And Sidisi makes some of the best zombie tokens out there. I'm just going to get down the Misty. Yeah, let's go for Mulch. I'm okay with that. Let's go for Mulch. Let's go and crack the Misty Rainforest. Let's go and grab a blue-green source off of that. Since we need to grab a, we'll probably grab another black source off the Mulch. Let's go and grab a Tropical Island. Let's grab the Tropical Island. Let's go for Mulch. And that is all the lands in the hand, not just one, like Grizzly Salvage. It's going to be all of them, but there's only one in there, so we'll go and grab that forest. Anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn to our opponent. Playing against Thrasios, Tyrant Hero. 4 mana, scry 1, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land card, put it on the battlefield typed. Otherwise, draw a card. Playing against Tymna, the Weaver. At the beginning of your post-combat main phase, you may pay X life, where X is the number of opponents that were dealt combat damage this turn. If you do, draw X cards. There we go. I do know how to speak, I promise. Let's go and get down the swamp. Now, I guess at this point right now, we're just going to go Lord of the Dead, Lord of the Undead. I think I like that. Get down Lord of the Undead. And that's always bummed me out that Sidisi is not a zombie. For the longest time, when I started recording with Sidisi, I would just assume that Sidisi was a zombie, especially when we get down like different zombie lords and stuff like that. I mean, it was just brutal. I can never remember that she was not technically a zombie, but a Naga shaman, which is really nice. But anyway, we're online for Sidisi next turn. And also, I hope you enjoyed the intro. That is Warren G's Regulators, wonderful rap song. And in fact, I'm a huge rap fan. I love 90s rap. I don't really like current rap right now, and I know that sounds kind of, I'll kind of go into a little bit more here in a second once we get our turn done. But yeah, I'm a huge rap fan. I love it. Let's go and get the Wonder. All right, let's go and get the forest down. That'll be 2 green sources. Let's go and go for Sidisi. See if we can get some zombies going. So we're looking at blue, green, black, and then green. Enters the battlefield. Put the top 3 cards of your library into the bin. Let's see what we hit off of that. That will be wonderful. Hit Fleshback Marauder. Okay. And then we'll get the zombie token onto the battlefield. It'll be a nice 3/3 from Lord of the Undead. Do you want to swing in with Lord of the Undead? I doubt our opponent's going to chump block on that. Yeah, let's go and push him for 2. If we lose it, we lose it. If they want to trade on that, they can trade. We'll get the commander tax going on time. But that way we can kind of stop that card draw. And then they're probably, well, a little trade. Okay, I'll take that. That's we do lose that on the zombie lords. Well, but getting rid of card draw is going to be really important. So if they block, that's fine, but I'm okay with this trade if they end up offering it up. Having them spend another turn where they have to get down time to kind of get some card draw going. I'm A-okay with that one. And we also have Wonder to get down, so we can get Wonder. And then it's in the graveyard, they're going to have Flying. So if we can somehow get Wonder somehow into the bin, either sacrificing it or making it be a chump blocker, then we give all of our creatures Flying. All right, opponent's going to go for Banish Your Priest, exile target creature, and that will be Sidisi. Anything else we can... Yeah, we'll go and let it go back to the command zone. Get Sidisi pop back up, and then kick it back over. We'll go and swing with that 2/2 zombie. Armored Scab. Okay, let's go and get the island down. Let's go and swing with the 2/2 zombie. Coming in hot for 2. See if they're going to trade on this one or not. Okay, and we'll probably go and get down the... I think on this one, because I want to save the Armored Scab for Sidisi whenever we get that down. And we can go for that mill ability once it enters the battlefield. Let's go and go for the Altar of Dementia. Yeah, I like that. Let's go for Altar. Or what we could do is go Grapple and bring back Lord of the Dead. But I want to make sure that we do hit the land drop for the turn. We're at turn 5. Yeah, let's go Altar, and then we're going to go Grapple with the pass while they don't have any blue mana up. I'd hate to run it into a spell or something like that. That way it puts us online for Sidisi next turn. We really get those zombies going. Let's go and grab let's grab the Misty. Yeah, return that back to the hand, and then we're going to go and pass the turn. Kick it over there. But yeah, as far as rap goes, I'm a huge rap fan. I love 90s rap. I don't like current stuff, kind of like trap rap. Not a huge fan of that. I don't mind oh man, what is it? Lil Wayne. Like that's kind of like the new rap, like Lil Wayne style rap. I don't mind that. It's not too bad. But for my money, I love Wu-Tang Clan. That's some really good classic stuff. MF Doom, wonderful. He did an album with I don't know how to describe it, but it's like an Aqua Teen Hunger Force rap album, and I know I'm not. It doesn't really sound that appealing, but it's one of my favorite rap albums. I love it. It's wonderfully done. MF Doom, he's an awesome rapper. I love Deltron 3030. That's another great album, and Dale the Funky Homo Sapien. He's really good. Some of his older stuff. All right, John, to Wooded Hills. Let's go and get that down. I'll go and cover a few more of them here in a second. Let's go and crack the Misty. Oh, yes. And the good thing about Altar is once we kind of get that going, we have 2 black sources. We can grab another green source off that. I was going to grab the Underground Sea. I like that. Let's go for Sidisi. It's going to be 6 total mana. Us tapping out. That will be blue, green, black, and it doesn't really matter. All right, get down Sidisi. Get that mill trigger going. At this point right now, we do hit, I was just about to say, we need to hit Dread Return. I just noticed that we hit Dread Return. I'm about to follow it up with, we need Crater Hoop to make sure we can get some good zombies going. So we're actually doing pretty well. And once we get down Wonder, we can sacrifice it with the Altar of Dementia. I like that. All right, just going to pass the turn to our opponent. But yeah, we got some good stuff going. So as long as we can get that zombie count up and go for that Dread Return, bring back Crater Hoof. We'll sacrifice Wonder. That'll make all of our creatures have flying and then trample. We might be able to get in a spot where we can kind of close it out. But yeah, so MF Doom, Deltron 3030, wonderful album. I suggest starting it from start to finish, listening to it all. That's not one of those albums that you kind of put it on shuffle. It's really good. It's kind of like a sci-fi, just like a sci-fi rap album. I don't know how to describe it outside of that, but it's good. The beats are really well. And other than that, I don't think what else rap I'm into. But yeah, Wu-Tang Clan, kind of some of that older 90s rap. I really enjoy that, and especially like Liquid Swords. Ooh, I was listening to that yesterday, and good album right there, especially if you want to start with something old school. If you don't really listen to a lot of rap, definitely check out Liquid Swords or Enter the Chamber by Wu-Tang Clan. Awesome, awesome stuff. All right, opponent does get down opposition. Tap target untapped creature you control, tap target artifact, creature, or land. So we'll see what kind of stuff they're going to go for. They do have at least 3 creatures kind of tapped down if they want to go for the opposition. So we'll see what we can kind of show for it, or if they're going to do anything during our upkeep. And in fact, they've got a pause right now. So if they do start tapping down some of our lands, or tap down Sidisi, that's fine. I was about to say that's not really the end of the world. The main thing is we want bodies on the battlefield. That does kind of put us in a weird spot to where we need to make sure that we have more than enough lethal to swing across with Crater Hoof. But if they're not tapping our lands down at this point right now, then that's going to allow us to kind of get some stuff done. Right? That's fine with me. Go for it. Love it. We'll be able to get down Wonder, Armored Scab, ooh, and Splinter Fright. Let's go and do this. Get down the Wooded Foothills. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 7 total mana. We need to get down Splinter Fright because that's going to trigger during our upkeep. And we can get a few extra zombies off that. Let's go for Splinter Fright. Get on Splinter Fright, and then I guess what we'll end up going for is, we'll hold on to Wonder. That way we can kind of force it during our opponent's turn if they go for some more like opposition stuff. Let's go and go for the Armored Scab. Maybe we can kind of catch something off of that. That way they're not really expecting Wonder. You know, if we get it down now, we sacrifice it. They know that's online for Crater Hoof. I like holding on to Wonder at this point right now and just setting ourselves up for a really nice alpha swing. It's kind of one of those, anything else, and I'll just go and pass the turn. Yeah, so they may tap down a few zombies. If we get enough creatures on the battlefield between the Splinter Fright trigger, and then maybe if Sidisi gets to attack in or something like that, then we can get enough creatures to kind of really fuel a really nice Crater Hoof. But that's one of the fun things about playing Sidisi is once you finally do hit Dread Return in the graveyard, that flashback is sack 3 creatures. A lot of fun, doesn't matter if they're tapped or not. You can get that down, and then bring back creatures out of the graveyard like Crater Hoof. That's pretty much what this deck is. It's milling into Dread Return, hit Crater Hoof, have one in the graveyard, go hog wild with zombies, have some fun. That's what we're going for. Okay, opponent's going to get down a Temple Garden. But yeah, as far as other music goes, like I really enjoy rap. And when I say enjoy rap, it's pretty much like that's what I listen to the most, I would say. I love all types of music other than like pop country, which would be like your top 100 country stuff. I'm not a huge fan of that. I like old school country, Willie Nelson. I am from Texas, so it's kind of hard not to like country. But kind of like that, yeah, that top 100 country. Not a huge fan of it, but just old school, just really, heart and soul kind of stuff like that. Really good. So I pretty much listen to anything. And in fact, Pink Floyd was one of my One of my favorite bands for a long time in high school, and still is to this day. All right, opponent's going to go for opposition, tapping down Splinter Fright, which is fine. You know, that is 10-10 with trample. I can see that. It's pretty on point. And then we have the Splinter Fright trigger coming across, if that resolves. Now, tap an untapped creature you control. Okay, I'm going to tap down the zombie. And then we'll get a creature count here in a second. So, especially if they're going to completely tap us out, I don't think we're going to be able to deal 27 all at once. But we can get a few more creatures going. Tapping out for 3 mana. They're going to go for Yisin. Okay, go for an activation. And then they might be able to, off Yisin, with it being the first Bard counter, grab one of the elves that allows you to untap Yisin. Oh, excuse me, Birds of Paradise. Never mind. Okay. I'm just going to go for, we'll get the Splinter Fright trigger going, see if we hit another zombie. Tap down that zombie. Yep, go for it. Okay. Get another zombie onto the battlefield. And then what do we draw into? Let's go and Dredge Golgari Thug. I think I like that. With Dredge Golgari Thug, that gives us another option to get another creature on the battlefield. Then we go for Wonder the following turn, simply just cast Vengeful Pharaoh. Now let's do that. Dredge Golgari, okay, we don't hit it off that. And that puts us on Dread Return right now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to 8, 9. Plus, yeah, that's not going to be enough. We need to get a few more swing-ins going. Let's go and go for Golgari Thug. That's going to be 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll have just enough to go for Vengeful Pharaoh and the and Golgari Thug and go for Wonder next turn. Yeah, let's go and crack the Wooded Foothills. And once again, we still have the Altered Dimension to start sacrificing too. Let's go and grab that. Grab the Bayou. Let's go for Golgari Thug. That's going to be black and a green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. We'll go for Vengeful Pharaoh for 5. Get that down, and then we can go for Wonder the next turn to make sure we give it flying and sack it. There we go. Might be able to kind of get into a spot. We'll get a creature count going because we're getting close to where we can just simply go for a Dread Return and really take advantage of it. All right, get on the Vengeful Pharaoh. 5/4 Death Touch. Anything else? We're going to go and pass the turn to our opponent. Yep, kick it over there. Now, as far as, let's say that we did not want to go for Crater Hoof out of the bin. There's not really much else. Yeah, we'll go swing it for 1. That'll kind of get that in there. Why not? Put him down to 26. Right now, yeah, pretty much the only good reanimator target right now is going to be Crater Hoof. We could get into spots where if we wanted to go for Lord of the Undead, we could do that. But the bottleneck right now is our opponent has 6 creatures. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they're going to have to tap down Yisin to get another activation. So at this point right now, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've got 9 creatures. That's going to be 10 with Crater Hoof. Excuse me, we're going to have to sack 3 of them. So it's going to be about 7. 7 times 7. It's going to be 49 coming across, but it's only going to be plus 7 for each individual creature that's going to be able to come across. So if we can just somehow find a way to deal with opposition. I don't really have a... this is one of those decks that is full throttle, 100%. We have no brakes on this one. We're going to roll through any stop signs that we run into. And unfortunately, sometimes you roll through a stop sign that is opposition. So I'm not sure what we have to deal with opposition, but if we can find some way to deal with it, well, we might have one spell in here that deals with it. But yeah, I kind of like building. I do that from time to time in Commander. If it's an all-in graveyard deck, I'm just like, well, we'll just go over the top with graveyard creatures or self-milling, we'll be able to close it out from there. But sometimes you skimp on the basic building blocks, which is not too bad. Okay, so we got 5 mana being tapped to our opponent. See what they're going to get down. And once again, it's going to be 1, 2, 3. Phantasmal Image. Okay, we'll see what we're going to choose on this one. I was about to say, could go for Banisher Priest. And we'll see who they exile off this one. More than likely the, Splinter Fright. Okay, that's going to give them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do we want to just sacrifice Splinter Fright in response to that? Yeah, there's 10 in the bin. We'll be sure to hit a zombie off of that. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Let's go and sacrifice Splinter Fright. We don't really have a ton of... we're going to choose ourselves on this one. Let's make sure we did that right. Sack a creature. Target player puts the top cards into their bin. I guess, well, they're at 80 cards. It's going to be a long way for us to go for that. We're going to choose that, sacrificing the Splinter Fright in response to that. Put the top 10 cards of our library into the graveyard. And then we do hit a... at least hit one creature off that. We do hit Stinkweed Imp, so we can actually go ahead and get at least dredge that next turn and go for that. We do have Life from the Loam, too, which we can go for. Tap down Yisin the Wandering Bard. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's going to be 7 creatures. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. We're getting in a spot now to where we might be able to They're at 26, 26. And the Crater Hoof's going to come into play, which will be another creature that can come across. So we're looking at about the neighborhood of 9. We might be able to go for it next turn. Well, we'll see what else we can go for, because that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to be 7 total if they tap down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That'll give us 2 more creatures. Crater Hoof with haste, so we might be able to kind of go for it next turn. And we can still go ahead and sacrifice some of the zombies that they get rid of, and then hopefully we hit we'll hit another creature off the dredge that'll really kind of help us push it through on that one. Okay, let's get our stuff untapping. And then what we can do is we can just simply Altar of Dementia, just start sacking some of our zombies that we, in response to that Crater Hoof trigger, to see how much we can actually get across. All right, I'm going to tap down Vengeful Pharaoh. And let's see if they just completely tap out on this one. Actually, probably the best use for opposition would be our opponent leaving up all their creatures and then making us tap before we go to combat. That would be the best use of it right now. Because if they didn't, that puts us in a weird spot to where we wouldn't really want to swing into anything. Or we wouldn't really feel that good about going for the Dread Return out of the bin. So let's see what they tap down, and we'll kind of do the math. All right, let's go and dredge the we'll dredge the Stinkweed Imp, because we can at least cast it and then get a few more going. Okay, get a 2/2 zombie token, and then let's go ahead and get down. Yeah, let's go and do that. Let's get down Stinkweed Imp. I like that. Get down Stinkweed Imp. Let's go for Wonder. And that's going to be 1, 2, 3. They tap down on. Let's just say they tap down 3 of the zombies. We're still going to be able to push in with the 1/4 and have Crater Hoof coming through. And that's going to be 3 creatures, 26 divided by 3. It's going to be about 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think that's going to be just enough to push through, especially with flying. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's get down Wonder. We can still sacrifice it to replace itself off the Altar of Dementia. Actually, we can just sacrifice it in response off that Dread Return. Let's go and do that. Let's go ahead and bring back the Crater Hoof. We're going to go ahead and sacrifice Wonder. We're going to sacrifice 2 of the tap zombies. That's going to be 3 total creatures. Okay. So we're going to bring back Crater Hoof. Enters the battlefield. Everyone's going to get a bunch of stuff. Let's go ahead and, well, I guess it doesn't really matter if we tap. Either way, we're going to replace it. It's not really getting that much stuff. Yeah, okay, we'll go for that. Get the Crater Hoof trigger coming across. Looks like our opponent's going to scoop up a good game on this one. All right, opponent does scoop it up. So even if they do tap down 3 of the zombies, we have 3 flying zombies in the air. We're still going to have Crater Hoof coming across, which is a 5/5 base, and then Golgari Thug, and then the Armored Scab coming across. They all have flying. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to have 10 total. Each creature is going to get +10, +10. So that's going to be 11 coming across. That's going to be another 22, and then 32 with lethal right there. There we go. We finally beat Thrasios and Tymna. I can't remember my record against them, but I know it's absolutely abysmal. So to go for a nice Crater Hoof win, I will take it. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.